At the September 2017 Apple event, Apple showed off the AirPower, which is essentially an oblong wireless charger pad where you can charge your iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. They also showed off the Apple TV 4K, which essentially is a 4K streaming and content consumption device. Also, Apple showed off the iPhone 8. It's an upgrade to the iPhone 7, glass front, glass back, and there's an aluminum band that goes around the edges. They did improve the display, be it with a Retina HD display and new sensors for the camera. And they also showed off the iPhone 10. I like it called the iPhone X, and they may even name it the iPhone X2 next year, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. But it's the 10th anniversary device, and it goes with less bezel, such as a lot of the flagship phones from Samsung and LG do nowadays. It doesn't come with anything in terms of basic hardware that hasn't been done before in terms of Android. But the big thing is the Face ID. The Face ID is a way that the iPhone 10, iPhone X ditches the Touch ID for this really fancy facial recognition system. And this system Apple claims has been tested against pictures and masks so that you have security. Great security on your phone, even better than Touch ID. They say the chances of a random fingerprint opening Touch ID is 1 in 50,000, and the chances of a random face opening your phone through Face ID is 1 in 1 million. They say if you have an evil twin, or in other words, maybe you have a twin that's essentially identical, there's a chance they could open up your phone. And you should always make sure that have a passcode. And they always say there's about 6 or 7 other people on Earth that look just like you, and chances are you probably won't run into them unless you do have a twin. But this facial ID is supposedly more secure than the Touch ID. Now to the point of this video. The show stealer, the showstopper, in my opinion, which people may not have noticed, is the Apple Watch Series 3 stole the show, stole the Apple event. And the reason why I say this is because for this Apple Watch 3, Edition 3, it now has LTE. It's become an independent device. And having an independent device on your wrist puts the iPhone on the back burner. Yes, it puts the iPhone on the back burner. Because with this Apple Watch Edition 3, and it's also that comes with an improved wireless chip, the W2, for a better Bluetooth connection. You're able to control your AirPods with it. Listen to streaming music by way of your watch. That's additional functionality. And the call quality apparently seems to have been improved. They showed a demo of a lady out on the water on a on a little paddle surf thingy, and you could tell that she was actually talking with the watch about a foot away from her face. because as she was paddling, you could tell how the volume would get higher as it was closer to her mouth and slightly lower as it was further away. And the clarity was quite nice. Now, I'm not saying you're going to always be making your calls in that manner. You'll probably be using your AirPods to hear the voice in your ear. And, you can just be talking with your arm at a comfortable, distance, probably about a foot away from your mouth if you want to do that. But the thing is, I can see the future as the Apple Watch becoming the hub for your connected devices. It's already acting as a hub for the AirPod, but in the future, it could be the hub for an Apple glass, Apple glasses, Apple shades, whatever you want to call it, where you're able to actually enjoy visual content. Because on this little Apple Watch as it stands, do you really want to watch YouTube? Do you really want to watch Netflix, etc.? But in the future, maybe you can download a sort of an app, maybe call it a companion app, whatever you want to call it, onto your Apple Watch. And then you can see it on your Apple shades or your Apple glasses and immerse yourself in that environment where the glass is the screen and the control device is just the watch, and the AirPod, whether it be connected to the glass in a certain type of edition, or just through the AirPods and the glass being separate, you'll be able to enjoy entertainment and use those glasses also for AR. And maybe even as a continuum sort of device where your watch can be a mouse, a mouse, a touch type of a touch pad. You can move a mouse around that you can see through the Apple shades or the Apple glasses, whatever you want to call that. So, in my opinion, the Apple Watch Edition 3, the 3 series of the Apple Watch, was the show stealer, even though it was the first product shown at the Apple event. I believe that is the future in terms of where Apple is going. I feel that the price is definitely more affordable because it's half the price of an iPhone 8, and that could have potential, especially in emerging markets. Maybe they want an Apple product. Now they have a more entry-level way. Instead of getting a used phone, they have something that's a little bit maybe more convenient for their lifestyle. Maybe something, that's a new Apple product that's current because it's only half the price of a brand new iPhone. And, possibilities are just, at this point, limitless when it comes to this Apple Watch Edition 3. It has a lot of potential to be a hub for other Apple devices. Just in the same vein that you can classify the iPhone as right now, where the iPhone is the hub for the previous edition of the watch and for the AirPods. I'm not sure where Apple's going to go with the iPad. I think the iPad could definitely benefit if they add Xcode, and that could help Apple move beyond the laptop, beyond the MacBooks. It was able to have Xcode on an iPad, so you can create and develop for these Apple products. That would definitely go a long way and add value to the iPad. So you just shrinking down everything, where you're shrinking down the MacBooks into the iPads, where you're shrinking down, let's say, the features that you had from the iPad, including bigger screen. You're shrinking that down into an iPhone, and what we know as an iPhone is being shrunk down into a Apple Watch. So I just believe we're getting smaller in our devices. We're exchanging we're exchanging things, exchanging hubs, and creating new hubs. And it's a very exciting time. And definitely, the Apple Watch Edition 3 is the future of Apple products as it stands. It will be the hub. That's just my take. Iceberg Jim out. Deuces.